This is my pick, House on Willow Street from 2016.
Not rated, an hour 30 minutes.
Directed by Alistair Orr.
Alistair.
And I have no idea whatever this dude's done in his life. But
he's done the House on Willow Street.
Written and directed by Alistair Orr.
Yeah, he had a couple other people on
Two more writers.
Yeah, Catherine Blackman and Jonathan Jordan.
3 writers. I'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
I must say good on him. Those writers and directors making your dream come true. Good on you.
The summary for this film: a group of desperate kidnappers learn the hard way that their captive isn't just another damsel in distress. She's a demon.
Damon.
Yeah, another movie where they take someone hostage for money and it doesn't turn out the way they thought it was going to.
From the lead up.
Where have I heard that before?
From the lead up, I think Jason really liked this movie.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't like this movie.
They had the most.
We can jump straight to the ratings and end the show if you want.
I'm not even going to talk about it.
The thing I think is funny,
no, it's not
honestly,
bad.
I wasn't expecting to like this because from the trailer, I was like, oh god, that's gonna be a slog. And then all the production cards at the beginning, like there was like 17 production cards before the thing even started, which is always the sign of a
Why'd
focus.
you pick it? If
You
think
picked this movie.
I picked it based on the cover art, to be honest with you.
It does have a cool poster.
I liked that. I've seen it several
Good
times. I was like, hey, I'll give that a try. But then when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh fuck, what'd I pick? I kept wondering I kept questioning what the powers of a demon actually are, because I didn't know what the dead monstrosities were that keep reappearing and disappearing. But then I just let that all go in favor of just enjoying the movie.
Yeah, so we have 4 guys. Kidnaps this girl for some money.
And a girl.
She ends up being 3 guys and a girl. She ends up being possessed. Here's another problem I have with it. The movie, the tagline for this movie is "Evil has an address." Well, and it's called The House on Willow Street, but this movie is all over the place. Like hardly anything takes place at House on Willow Street.
Yeah, nothing really happens at the house.
They
take her to a old factory.
Yeah, but the house was kind of like the house in.
It's the furthest point away from the part of the Bible written by God.
Yeah,
which makes it a weak point.
But the house was also kind of like the house on We Are Still Here, that was feeding off of energy.
Yeah, so they break into this house looking for this girl. And let me just say right away, all right, I'm going up to a house to break in, and the door's already open. You walk in, the security has been cut. Yeah. You go into a bedroom, you find all these weird markings.
Well, and for a dude that's supposed to be
I'm done
rich,
right there. I'm done right there. I'm going home. That's all I was saying.
This dude is supposed to be rich. With diamonds and shit. He has a fucking skeleton key in a door in the upstairs. Like, why would he live there?
And I guess to set up a little bit more on the story, the demon in this, there's a demon in the house that ends up that has possessed the girl that kidnapped. The demon is the demon of grief.
Yeah, she's messing with a bunch of witchcraft crap in her closet.
The demon is the demon of grief, right?
Sure.
And it needs 4 people to possess to become whole again. So that's kind of the demon's agenda. It possesses her to get out, and then wants to possess 3 more people. Every time it possesses an extra person, it increases in power. So these people kidnap her, take her to a warehouse to call the parents and say, give us money. They find out everyone's dead. In a second trip to the house, there's no one to give them money. By then, weird shit is happening. The demon starts trying to possess other people, and then they try to survive.
Now, I thought
there's that movie.
I thought a lot of the effects reminded me of Slither, actually. The tongues that they had come out and shit. It looked good. Some people have figured out CGI correctly, so they're still. It's amazing they haven't mastered it by this point, because they've been fucking with CGI for a long time.
I about watched this movie 6 months ago, and after watching the trailer, I said no.
Highlight of the film: the young priest's finger claw. I don't know what that is. That finger claw thing he has on.
Oh yeah, he's got a finger claw. He sure does. Finger claw.
Like I said, I don't know what the demon's powers are. but evidently they have force powers like Star Wars style. And I'm assuming she manifested all those creatures that were popping up, like the guy's fat friend that was in the car.
Yeah,
accident.
it's not a movie to try to. It's not a movie to try to connect things.
The
and enjoy
writing
that
is
way.
not good. The dialogue in this movie is not good. I wish I would have wrote down some of the lines that they say in this movie. It is so freaking ridiculous. It's like kindergarten freaking lines. Like,
The acting is really.
I wish I
terrible.
would have wrote down some lines.
The main
The
girl
acting is awful.
The main girl they
is
kidnap as a demon is
awful.
passable. There's nothing wrong with. I didn't find anything wrong with her acting. The kidnappers are. It's
Idiots.
really bad.
They are idiots. Their lines that they say is idiotic. It's bad. The concept is, I guess, is kind of cool. I mean, you try to kidnap a girl, she ends up being demon possessed. The practical effects and the CGI looks good in spots. The only thing that saves this movie is actually the production. Like,
Yeah,
it looks cool.
Yeah,
It
it's a
seems like
cool-looking
it's
movie.
shot well. It sounds good. It even has,
The pace of it, I thought everything that needs to happen happens in the right spot. Nothing in a way that's going to be like, oh wow. But I always thought this one is pretty much yours.
it took a long time for the girl to actually start.
This is kind of your standard generic cheesy horror movie.
No, it tries to come off as an original movie. Like I
Yeah.
said, the concept, but it's not original. You've seen almost every scene in this movie before.
Yeah, and it's
in
not,
other movies.
It's not cheesy, like purposefully comical. It's trying.
No,
It's
I
trying
didn't-
to
I
be
didn't-
scary. There's good horror in it.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was
But-
that cheesy. They're trying to make a serious horror movie based off a bunch of other horror movies.
Yeah, and it's
Very
laden
derivative,
with
yeah.
it's laden with all of the downfalls of those kind of movies that are just done, meh, but not expecting to like it. I was
Yeah.
surprised. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to going in.
Yeah.
I ended up having fun watching it, but again, it's one to have fun watching, not.
That's the way I
really
and
get
the
into.
predictable freaking jump scares. It's all over this movie.
Yeah.
and all the what's that out the corner of my eye? Did I see that? Look again. It's not
Yeah.
there. It's just not good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
why would the priority of a demon be to just scare people like that? Because like a lot of these monsters, I was waiting on them to attack. And I'm like, well, I guess she's just manifesting those things because they're not really fucking killing anybody.
Yeah, you're not going to get any real atmosphere of dread or horror in this movie at all. It's like a popcorn flicky.
Yeah, it's like a horror action movie.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah, I had fun watching it. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It actually wavered between an 8 or a 9 most of the time because I was having a fun time watching it. But it lost a lot of points when the burning ghost mother was included unnecessarily at the end, when they could have just had her blow that chick up in the van. Like that was totally.
Oh, I
unnecessary.
liked the burning ghost mother.
Like,
I thought that was.
She comes in and saves the day, but yeah,
It made me laugh.
7 out of 10 for me. Anybody else want?
Me, I gave it a 6. It's as a movie in its entirety, and I might even enjoyed it. This was a little tougher to rate. I enjoyed watching this movie, but again, in that 12-year-old me sitting down on the couch after mom and dad go to bed and watching bad horror movies, I enjoyed it in that fashion. If you're not trying to make things make sense, it's a fun little. Demons killing people and stuff happening kind of horror movie, but there's no real horror, so it's not put together as well as a 6, but I enjoyed it a little bit more than a 6.
Yeah, no, it's not original by any means. This was released by Scream Factory just in 2017, and I think this is the first Scream Factory release that I've seen that I haven't liked. I guess that says a lot about Scream Factory, but that also says a lot about this movie. Like, it's garbage. The only thing that saves this movie, I have written down here, it should be a 3, but the production moves it up to a 4. I give it a 4. It's put together well. It's shot well. Looks good. Sounds good. But
Not your cup of tea.
that's it.